Want to become the best version of yourself? Hit subscribe and smash that like. Together we grow every day.
I'm about to tell you something you're not going to like. All of your heroic efforts to change your life, all the motivation, the grand plans, and the New Year's resolutions are basically useless. It's just theater. A theater where you're both the actor and the only disappointed audience member. I spent years playing that game until I stumbled upon a different path. The path of quiet, almost invisible changes. I tested 30 habits that the motivational gurus don't shout about. And I promise you this, if you watch this video until the end, you won't just learn new habits. You will understand why all your past attempts have failed. And you will get the key that unlocks the door to real long-term change. Habits number 20 and 30 will be especially critical. Skip them, and the rest won't matter. Habit number 1, the no-zero rule. This is the alpha and omega of everything, a principle that by itself is more valuable than all the productivity books combined. Whatever happens during the day, do not let it end at 0. 0 pages read, 0 seconds in a plank, 0 words written. On days when everything falls apart and you feel completely drained, your job is not to win. Your job is to not hit 0. Read 1 paragraph. Do 1 push-up. Write 1 sentence. This isn't about productivity. It's about maintaining momentum. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. 0 is a full stop, and starting again requires a massive amount of energy. 1% is keeping the momentum. It's a quiet whisper to your subconscious, I'm still in the game. Habit number 2, the 2-minute initiation. Forget the if it takes 2 minutes, do it now rule. We're going to use it more cleverly. Commit to doing any new, intimidating habit for only 2 minutes. Want to start running? Your task isn't to run 3 miles. It's just to lace up your sneakers and walk out the door. 2 minutes. Want to learn to meditate? Don't sit in silence for 30 minutes. Just sit down and close your eyes for 2 minutes. The point isn't to get a result in those 2 minutes. The point is to break the resistance. Your brain sabotages big tasks, but it will easily agree to a 2-minute test. And the funny thing is, after those 2 minutes are up, you often don't want to stop. Habit number 3, the digital idea net. My phone isn't a photo album. It's a butterfly net. I screenshot everything that catches my eye. Quotes, snippets of articles, comments, my own random thoughts that I text to myself. Why? Because your brain is a brilliant idea generator, but a terrible warehouse. Trying to remember everything is like trying to catch butterflies with your bare hands. A screenshot is your digital net. You don't know which of these butterflies will be valuable, but you catch them all. Then when the time is right, you just look through your collection and find what you need. Habit number 4, the 1% chaos injection. Instead of trying to be better, I decided to become 1% weirder every day. More unpredictable to myself. Take a new route. Order something at a cafe you're afraid of. Listen to a completely new genre of music. Our brain loves patterns and efficiency, but growth doesn't happen in the patterns. It happens in breaking them. This 1% of chaos is like a tiny crack in the pavement through which something new and alive can grow. We've covered the basic habits that change your internal state, but real change happens when you start interacting with the world differently. And this next habit is the simplest and most powerful of all when it comes to relationships. Habit number 5, the phone as a respect indicator. When you're talking to someone, your phone is face down on the table or put away entirely. This isn't just a gesture. In a world where attention has become the most valuable currency, your complete, undivided attention is the most expensive gift you can give. You are non-verbally telling the person, you are more important than anything that could happen in this digital world. Try it, and you will see the depth of your conversations change. Habit number 6, the reaction buffer. Before you respond to a triggering message or email, take 2 deep breaths. This creates a gap, a buffer, between the emotional impulse and your action. In those 2 to 3 seconds, your rational brain has a chance to walk on stage and take the microphone from your screaming inner Hulk. Habit number 7, hydration discipline. Before every cup of coffee, tea, or soda, drink a glass of water. This is not just good for your body. It's an act of mindfulness. You stop mindlessly pouring stimulants and calories into yourself. You give yourself a pause to ask, do I really want this? Habit number 8, the and then what cascade. Before making an impulsive decision, ask yourself this question 3 times like a cascade. I'm going to skip the gym. And then what? I'll feel guilty. And then what? It will be even harder to start again tomorrow. And then what? This could destroy my entire routine. The third and then what usually reveals the truth you're trying to run away from. Habit number 9, reframing through what if. When something bad happens, the brain's default is to scream, why me? Try to replace that with a quiet question, what if this is an opportunity? Not everything happens for a reason. No, just what can I learn here? This shifts you from the position of a victim to the position of a student. Habit number 10, the 10-second cool down. When you feel yourself boiling with anger, just count to 10. It's an ancient piece of advice, but it works on a neurobiological level. It gives your limbic system time to cool down so your thinking brain can get back in the game. Habit number 11, consulting your future self. When making a decision, ask, what would the person I want to be in 5 years do? This simple question instantly lifts you above your immediate desires and fears and forces you to make decisions that align with your long-term strategy. Habit number 12, the energy barometer. Will this charge me or drain me? Ask this question before every task, meeting, or commitment. Learn to protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your money. Saying no to what depletes you isn't selfish. It's a prerequisite for having the strength for what truly matters. Habit number 13, be interested, not interesting. In conversation, focus not on what to say, but on what to ask. People are drawn not to those who try to impress them, but to those who are genuinely interested in them. It's a small shift in focus that dramatically changes the dynamic of any interaction. Habit number 14, the gold prospector. Give one sincere compliment a day. This habit trains your brain to act like a gold prospector, searching for the good in people rather than a garbage collector who only notices flaws. You'll start to see more good simply because you're looking for it. Habit number 15, the magic of a name. Use a person's name in conversation. It's the sonic equivalent of a warm handshake. It creates an instant connection and shows that you see them as an individual, not just a function or an object. Okay, we're halfway there. We've learned to manage ourselves and interact with others. But to build something truly worthwhile, you need more than just tools. You need blueprints. The following habits are not just about individual actions, but about creating systems. And if you've made it this far, get ready. Habit number 20 will change your approach to achievement forever. Habit number 16, check your assumptions. Stop being a mind reader. Most conflicts are born from us making up stories about what other people are thinking. Instead, just ask, am I right in thinking you feel? Or what's on your mind? One direct question can prevent weeks of silent resentment. Habit number 17, micro deposits of trust. Trust isn't the result of one heroic act. It's the sum of hundreds of small promises kept. Showing up on time, calling back when you said you would, keeping a small secret. Make at least one such deposit every day into the trust bank you have with people you care about. Habit number 18, financial visualization. Open a separate savings account for every major goal. Car, travel, education. When your goal stops being just a line in a notebook and becomes a real account where real money is going, your brain starts taking it seriously. Habit number 19, checklists for routine. If you do something more than twice, create a checklist for it. Packing a suitcase, your morning routine, your video editing process. This doesn't limit creativity, it frees it. Your brain stops wasting energy on remembering the sequence of steps and can direct all its resources to solving unique problems. Habit number 20. Be a systems architect, not a goal hunter. And here it is, the key shift. A goal is a desire. I want to lose weight. A system is a process that makes the result inevitable, like I walk 20 minutes every day and don't eat after 8 p.m. Goals depend on motivation, which comes and goes. Systems run on autopilot. Stop chasing goals. Build a system that will deliver the result to you.
Habit number 21, the small batch principle. Instead of spending months polishing one perfect project, release small, imperfect, but useful things into the world. While perfectionists wait for ideal conditions, you are already getting feedback, learning, and growing. Speed and iteration beat slow perfection. Habit number 22, the rebellion against multitasking. Do one thing at a time, but do it deeply. One conversation without checking your phone. One meal without watching a video. One walk without a podcast. Multitasking is an illusion of productivity and the enemy of depth. In a world of shallow knowledge, the one who can focus has a superpower. Habit number 23. Look for universal principles. When you learn something new, ask, where else does this law, this principle, this model work? Learned about a psychological trigger in marketing? See how it works in parenting. One universal principle you can apply in 10 areas of your life is far more valuable than 10 narrow tips. Habit number 24. The input-output balance. For every hour you spend consuming information, reading, watching videos, spend at least 10 minutes processing or applying it, writing, discussing, creating something new. Learning without doing is just intellectual fat storage. Habit number 25. The 4-7-8 breathing. Your built-in stress control remote. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. Do this 3 times. This 60-second ritual can instantly switch your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and recover.
Habit number 26. Strategic micro breaks. Take 2-minute breaks between tasks where you do nothing productive. Look out the window. Stretch. The brain, like a muscle, works better with short rest periods between sets.
Habit number 27. The sensory reset. When you're stuck in a loop of negative thoughts, force yourself back into reality. Name 5 things you can see. Name 4 sounds you can hear. Name 3 sensations you can feel. This yanks you out of your internal monologue and grounds you in the present moment. Habit number 28. The analog detox. 1 hour a day with 0 screens. Reading a physical book, playing an instrument, talking with loved ones, taking a walk. This hour will remind you that a whole world exists outside of the glowing rectangle. Habit number 29. Embrace boredom. Don't plug every free second with your phone. When the feeling of boredom arises, just sit with it for 2 minutes. Boredom is not a void, it's an incubator for your best ideas. But we're afraid of it and kill it at its first appearance. Habit number 30. Programming your inner voice. And now, the habit that ties it all together. Every morning, say your affirmations. No, not I am a millionaire. Real identity-based affirmations. I am a person who finishes what they start. I am someone who finds solutions, not excuses. You are the head programmer of your brain. What you tell yourself every morning becomes the code that your day will run on. This turns your inner critic who sabotaged all your previous efforts into your greatest ally. Remember, your future self is not the result of one big decision. It's the sum of 1,000 invisible choices you make today. Choose wisely. And now a question for you. You've been given 30 tools, but you must start with one. Which single quiet lever will you pull tomorrow to start the chain reaction of change in your life? Write it in the comments. This will be your public commitment. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to continue building the best version of yourself.